Hello everyone, I'm John, this is Sean,
All right.
and this is Everyday Food Reviews, and today we have Caribou Poutine.
Yep. So, this is somewhere I used to go often when I was in Liverpool city centre. It's somewhere that's been recommended to us, obviously by people who want to see a video on it. Like, didn't necessarily know we go there anyway. And it's somewhere where if you order from Deliveroo, some of the photos on the menu are the photos that me and my friend Liam took. Well, it was Liam who took them, and I was there to help and get free food. I was assisting that day, so that's pretty cool. So poutine, if you don't know, is
Canadian delicacy.
it is. It's fries and cheese curds and gravy.
Chips, cheese and gravy, which I think a lot of people in the UK like as well.
Yeah, they do different toppings on it though.
This is where it differs.
Yeah. So today we've got steak.
There was a steak deal on, wasn't there?
There was. So it was 2 steak poutines and 2 drinks for 20 quid. Because normally, when I go, I ask to have Stilton put on the steak, but unfortunately on Deliveroo, on the deal, that it wasn't an option to have Stilton added on. Yeah. So, with the way that they're sealed up in the box, if you get it for delivery, it's not always the most appealing looking because it's not like when it's served in the restaurant.
They usually serve it open if you're having it there and then.
Yeah, and obviously it's a lot fresher. So I would expect the fries to be a bit more soggy than usual, seeing as it's essentially been steaming in the box. But I mean, there's no way around that. If you're ordering it for delivery, then that's to be expected with any fries. To be fair.
And is it sour cream or chives on this?
I think it's garlic butter on the steak. So.
Oh yeah, I get that now. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely and garlicky. That's seeped through to the fries.
Steak's probably been cooked medium rare.
Yeah, I think that's what they say. Mine looks pretty rare though, but that's good for me. I like that.
Yeah.
It could have been the case. I don't know if names come through on the orders, but if Lizzie's recognised my name and remembered me, then she'll have done the steak rare deliberately. They do some interesting pop as well. They do the usual Coke and stuff that you'd expect, but they do this soda folks stuff as well, which is really nice. I've got a root beer and John's got a cream soda. I think those are the only 2 flavours they do. But
no, they do a grape. They've got a grape as well. So
no, at Caribou, those are the only 2 flavours they have.
Yeah, we could have ordered a grape.
Oh, could we? They had. Oh, okay, sorry. Well, it's really good, and I think I assume it's Canadian. No, made in the UK, but it's instead of just it's got maple syrup in it as well as sugar.
That's probably why they sell it then.
Yeah, so it tastes really sweet and really natural. I'm just trying to see how much sugar is actually in it. I'm guessing it's a lot. 12 grams per 100 ml. So, I mean that's a regular amount.
Yeah.
It's more common to see under 5 since the sugar taxes. But drinks like Coca-Cola will still do 11 or 12.
Yeah.
So, given the preamble, it's probably pretty obvious what we think of this. So, in terms of a review compared to what we usually do, give our impressions, it's difficult to do because we've had it before and we know that we love it.
Yeah. I think if you were uneasy about trying cheese and gravy mixed together, from a normal takeaway, it's not something I would go for.
No.
Because it's not the same. I don't feel like it's the same. But from this, because it is properly done in the Canadian way, I guess, it just goes together really well.
And it's cheese curds as well, rather than like pre-grated cheddar or mozzarella from Costco, so it's a bit different. It just tastes like it was meant to be.
Definitely.
I think Lizzie, who runs the shop with her husband, I forget his name, unfortunately, because I've not actually spoken to him. Because he wasn't there when we did the photos or anything. But they spent time in Canada and sort of fell in love with poutine there, and then when they come back to the UK, they decided that that's what they wanted to do for a living, was sell it.
Yeah.
So that's a nice little story. It's not like a cynical sort of thing.
No, well, like, it's pretty much the only place I ever saw do poutine. Like, you know, a few years ago. Now I believe there's a few more places that do it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just really good.
The gravy's really thick and rich. The cheese curds have a bit of a flavour to them. There's a little bit of a sourness and a creaminess to it, which is nice.
So, the other toppings you can get as well. I think we've had a couple of them, haven't we? They have a Miss Piggy, which I think, if I remember correctly, it's bacon and sausage with maybe a bit of maple syrup.
I can't remember.
We'll flash the menu up on the screen. There's a hangover, they call it.
Yeah.
It's very reminiscent to like a breakfast one, so there's like bacon, sausage, and an egg.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper chicken. There's loads of different toppings. There's loads more than when they first opened, when we first went.
Yeah. There's the salt and pepper chicken's new. They do cinnamon buns as well, which are new, but we've not exactly been sensible with what we've eaten so far today already. So we thought we'd better give them a miss, even for the sake of the video.
I'm not a fan of cinnamon anyway.
Oh, okay. They do look really nice. In terms of prices, the steak poutine deal is 2 steak poutines and 2 drinks for £20. But on Deliveroo, you've got the service charge and the £3.50 delivery on top of that. However, when you spend £15, there's 20% off. So what we saved pretty much equaled the service charge and the delivery. So it ended up being about £20 all in.
Yeah, there's different. The prices are different for each topping as well. So obviously, a steak being a bit more premium, I think that's the most expensive one at £10. So essentially, we got the drinks for free, which is not a bad deal because I think the soda folks ones are a bit more expensive than your regular Cokes.
Yeah, any shop you find them in, they're going to be like a quid 50 or so. I think they charge a bit more for drinks because obviously it's somewhere you'd sit down and eat usually. So the drinks there are, I think, about 180. But in any case, as part of this particular deal, they were essentially free.
It's a really good meal as well. Definitely fills you up, and it's in a nice recyclable container. You can reseal it. You know, if you finish half it and you're going back to your hotel or your student halls, or if you live in Liverpool, it's really convenient.
I think that's the original, or one of the origin stories of poutine is that it was a bloke who wanted cheesy chips and he didn't want them to go cold on his way home, so they asked them to cover it in gravy and wrap it up, so the gravy would keep it warm. So in terms of, eating half of it and then putting it back in the box and taking it home, that kind of is fitting with the spirit of what the meal's supposed to be anyway, in a sense. Yeah, the steak is always bang on as well for me. A lot of places you go, if they've got steak as an option for a topping on something, you can expect it to be pretty bad usually, but this is proper steak, just sliced up.
Yeah. They do a steak box, don't they?
Yeah, I noticed that today. So presumably that's just for people who want steak and chips and they don't want gravy and cheese on everything.
No.
Which is going to be some people. I imagine that's probably going to sell more to like one person in a party of 4 or something, rather than people going there specifically for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want chips, cheese and gravy on everything.
Yeah.
You could just have steak and chips if you want. Banging.
All the gravy you can have as vegetarian or vegan or gluten free as well.
Yeah, they do vegan and vegetarian options. There was salt and pepper, veggie chicken, which I'm assuming is tofu,
Yeah.
or something similar. Maybe a quorn.
One thing I like from there that's good if you like crispy chips, because we're putting the gravy on, the chips do go soggy. That's just the nature of the beast. But if you like crispy chips, they do maple fries. It's just
Oh yeah.
Do them as a side. It's about $3.50, I think. It's
I think we had them once when we were going out to like Maguire's or something, and we didn't want something really heavy.
Yeah.
So some of us didn't want, so we ended up just having like maple fries. I think my girlfriend just wanted maple fries and didn't want any of the toppings.
I think it's maple butter fries, so it's got like butter and maple syrup on them. And you think, oh, that's going to be very sweet, and it is, but it's very nice. That's one of my favourite things, but I wasn't going to get that in addition to the poutine today, and I wasn't going to get it to review instead of the poutine.
No, and I finished mine.
Yeah. You full?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that the box is deceptive. It looks like just a little box, but it's...
As we showed at the start, it is packed.
It's packed, because any space, normally if you get a little box of chips, you know, there's like the space between them and stuff, but the space between them is all full of gravy and cheese curds.
Yeah.
So it's like, it is, the box is loaded.
Like I said, there'll be some people out there who don't think it should go together. And up until trying poutine, I'll be honest, I was probably one of those people. But I'd love cheese and I love gravy separately.
Well,
Why would I have had them together? Why? I just wouldn't have. This was really good. I'll be honest, I've never been to a normal like chip shop or at a takeaway on the way home after a night out and gone, oh yeah, I'll have chips, cheese and gravy. I know there's people that do.
Well, I think your girlfriend gets that quite regularly, doesn't she? Or she used to.
She always gets cheesy chips usually.
Does she not get gravy on them as well?
No.
I swear she's had gravy on them before.
Probably did it past because she was
Northern.
northern.
So I'm surprised at you not being a fan of that. Because to me, you're northern.
Yeah, like I say, it was just. I knew a guy from Wrexham,
Oh yeah.
and we were in another country together, and he pretty much got chips, cheese, and gravy every night, without fail.
Really?
Yeah,
What's Wrexham, North Wales?
yeah. Every night, chips, cheese, and gravy. When he was a bit like worse for wear. I was like, oh, how can you eat that, man? No, I know. Wasn't as obviously as refined as that. But no, it's really good.
I've just saved most of my steak till last.
I was trying to do that. I was trying to have like a bit of steak, then eat a load of chips, and a bit of steak. I think on that note, it's time to end. Let you finish your steak off. Thank you very much for joining us.
Just quickly.
Oh,
Highly recommend going there either on deliver. I'd recommend if you can, go in and get the food. If you want to, but you can't go in for whatever reason, I'm surprised that it's held up so well on Deliveroo. I was worried that it wouldn't have held up so well, but it really has. So
you might be ordering a bit more.
potentially, I've been deliberately not ordering it on Deliveroo because I knew we were saving it for today.
Yeah.
For about 2 years now.
Yeah, obviously, things came up.
But yeah, highly recommend either way.
That's good then. On that note, it is time to end. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.